If you've got spring fever, Lowe's has the cure. During SpringFest, make your landscape stand out with 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot garden soil when you buy 3. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances to keep clothes, food, and dishes fresh all season long. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Golfweek Amateur Tour proudly presents Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast, talking about all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course professionals. Now here are your hosts, Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Tour Director, Chris Rocha.
Chris, welcome back, buddy. It's Postmasters,
Yep.
RBC Heritage Week for us. What's going on with you?
Nothing. Relaxing.
I got stuff for you if you want it.
Trying to I'm gonna go no, I'm gonna you know what, I'm gonna practice all weekend because my game has been so embarrassing that I need to figure something out before I leave all my clubs on I-10.
But don't go doing that now.
I don't want to, but it's getting pretty close. If you haven't gone to my social media and seen the prediction, guess your score, the new one just dropped.
I saw part of it on your story. I didn't see the whole thing.
Go to the end.
Okay.
Because my prediction is child's play compared to what I shot.
Okay.
It was sad.
Don't be sad.
I felt so confident.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think I broke my prediction within 12 holes. But
Nicely done. Congratulations. You should be proud of yourself. No. You hit your number.
No. But no, Master Week, like I said, Masters Week is done. What a way to come back from starting off very slow. I mean, we can talk about that later for Rory, but
yeah.
Masters was great. Wedding was great. Got to go to I don't know if we talked about it last time, but I got to go to the Texas Open.
Yeah.
For a couple hours. So everything's been good so far, man. I'm just hanging in there. Just riding the wave in April. No trouble.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, I'm heading to, Jen and I generally go to Heritage on Sunday, but we're going on Friday this week. We got some other stuff going on this weekend, and so there's that. But really looking forward to that. So that means I'm actually taking a day off work.
Finally,
gonna go out and have a good time and relax a little bit, enjoy ourselves. Weather's gonna be really nice.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Masters here real quick. And did you see how much the winner of that one pool won?
Yeah, that was nice.
So I got an idea that I think we need to get 3 or 4 more guys involved in.
Okay.
And kind of work it like a Powerball pool where we pool our money and we decide which ones everybody's going to pick, right? And do it strategically.
Makes sense. Got 5 chances to win that big money.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? And that so they they do that for. Now it's not as big for for the other three majors, but it's still
It's still a house payment.
easy. You know. The one that the mayor did, winner got 1,400.
I didn't do that one. That one confused the hell out of me.
All you had to do was you had to pick 5 guys. That's it.
Right. But I could have picked the top 5 players in the world and then split the pot with everybody else.
No, there was one. There was one winner.
Wow.
There was one winner there, yeah. And then the other one was also a pretty big size pot. Another.
We need to see if we can get permission to run our own.
Who do you need permission from?
If you're the boss, you do it.
Well, here's the so let's just put it this way: those 2 that I'm in, that I brought you in with, I've been doing them for like 5 or 6 years, and they've grown. I mean, and so the one was had like 3,400 people in it, and that's why you got that pot.
Yes.
And so winning that, I mean, even, I don't know if he even saw, it pays out 20 spots, right? And so the top 3 spots were decided on the tiebreak, on the, and then so even as you get down to the top 20, I mean, you're still, they were still done on tie breaks, which was the, which the winner was 12 under. Right. So if you get, and I did guess that number on the button, even though I finished in like, I think I had 3 entries in that one. My best one was like 200.
Yeah, it was really
wasn't even close. So
I got second in mine with a nice comeback from my team, so I'll take that.
I didn't get an invite to that one.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Did I give you money?
Nope, but it's okay.
See, that's on me. You got to remind me because there's somebody
you're also in a lot of them too, but
see, I'll make my donation because you never know.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do one podcast wise for all the other majors, get it started, and then take 10% off the top to help fund our podcast. I
think we do that. We'll talk to somebody about it. But let's talk about the episode, and we'll talk about this near the end. We've got two really good guests. Our first one, we were just talking to him, and he's had a couple knee surgeries over the last few months, and he's doing really well. So let's go ahead and welcome in Terry Lawson. He's back.
We're back from a break.
He's back from his break. Terry, it's good to see you, buddy.
How y'all doing? And I'm so happy to see you guys. I've been thinking golf for 4 straight months already. So
you guys are rolling down there in South Florida. You've already had 4 tournaments each side.
Yeah, golf season is here. We're going back to back this weekend again, Saturday and Sunday. And the following weekend, we're going seniors. And then the following weekend, we had a major. And so we are not popular with our spouses right now.
That's all right.
But that's the way it goes.
Just don't play a tournament on Mother's Day, and you're good. Because Chris, we are not going to forget Mother's Day this year.
No,
we're not.
Yeah, you guys have. See, I'm solid on that. Well, I'm good on that.
We won't talk about it.
Yeah, there you go.
So
what's going on with you, fella? You at the RBC today there, Mr. Newman?
No, I'm going over there tomorrow.
Okay, good.
That that means I'm taking day off work.
All right.
Which is rare. And
well,
and Jennifer's going to take day off work, and we're going to go relax and enjoy ourselves.
I got some news for you about taking off work. Tomorrow will be my 3rd week of being retired from my job.
Congratulations, dude.
That's taking off work right there and stuff.
Yeah, that's taking off work. Now, I'm a GC, so already dove back in with a really good friend over on the west coast of Florida. So, he's got his company going. I'm going to use my license and help him grow, and we're going to blow that up. So I'm just taking basically the month of April, and then May we'll fire back up, but it won't be for the man anymore. So that'll be fun.
It's always better anyway.
Yeah, at 100%. I've always done my own thing.
Jobs you want.
The last 5 years, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited, nervous. You never think you're ready to stop working. 1% of the workforce probably feel comfortable when they put it down, but yeah, pop it all in too long. You got to eat cat food right there.
Well, you're only not working for a month though, right? I mean,
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I'm good. I've made it 3 whole weeks. We got to go to the store 3 weeks,
and you're already ready to go back to work. But that's just who we are, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I've worked harder than I have in the last 4 years. The last 3 weeks, trying to catch up on my chores that I've been, gone out of town for 4 years. So, I got chores, good Lord, but whatever. My wife is a jewel. I'm a lucky man. So,
yeah, and I'm sure she's glad. I'm sure she's glad to have you around for a little bit.
Well, I told her, what, I'll get around to fixing that. I have to remind me every 6-10 months.
I told you I'd do it. It was awesome.
No, I'm just playing, man. My wife is
She's awesome.
Best friend, yes. That's my best friend.
Well, let's talk about seniors. And tell me some good stuff that you got going on with the senior tour right now.
Well, who's a big name on the senior tour? Chad Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Always shows up at nationals, up in the top 5, top 10, and he had a knee replaced over the winter, and he's just now starting to find his groove.
K-pop Demon Hunters, Haja Boys breakfast meal and Huntrix meal have just dropped at McDonald's. They're calling this a battle for the fans. What do you say to that, Rumi?
It's not a battle. So glad the Saja Boys could take breakfast and give our meal the rest of the day.
It is an honor to share.
No, it's our honor.
It is our larger honor.
No, really. Stop.
You can really feel the respect in this battle. Pick a meal to pick a side.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's while supplies last.
And so my champ flight. Well, you know what? First, let me reel this back a little bit. You saw how many guys we brought to the nationals last year. I don't even remember. They got third place behind some of those monsters. We got third place behind Augusta with their 200-man and Charlotte or whoever it was. I don't remember who won. I don't give a damn. But we coming for them. We coming for them. We're coming for them. So, senior directors, we coming for you this year. We got. And I've got some great champ guys. I've got another guy coming over. Used to be Zach Johnson's caddy. He's working on get his card back to amateur status, and he's going to come on the tour. And we got some sticks up there in the top flight for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Remmels, who used to play on the tour, was a member of our tour last year. He's been on IR for a while now, but just some like Robin Gomez, always there. He's in champ flight now, and seniors. Dwayne Divers.
Dwayne Divers, yeah, I'm just looking at him.
No, he's in the champ flight. Dwight Maynard placed there last year. And it's Dick and those champ guys, dude. It's insane to watch them play golf. They're amazing. I get to, being a director, I get to play with whoever we want. I mean, tournaments up. I'll be up there with the champ guys from time to time, and it's just like going and watch a pro golfer. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. They are.
Yeah, and it makes you a better golfer too, because you're watching what they do, and you kind of pick up things, just being around them.
Yeah, I picked up their shoes for them when they're done. I carry the bag to freaking these guys. No, these guys are so good, man. It's all the way through the tour. If they're playing with a D flight, or if they're playing with a C flight or a B flight, or A flight, they always got a great attitude. With the guys that aren't as good as them, and they're patient and they're kind, and I really don't get my choice. So, but I tell them, guess what? I'll I'll put you in the freaking cart by yourself and you can just go play. I don't care. But I'll put you behind the freaking members, which happens once in a while, so, that are walking. But we've Mark worked his tail off, and Mark works his tail off all year long, and with me just now trying to get out of my career, the career that I'm leaving, and like my application is back into the state of Florida for my general contractor's license, which I let go back in 2007 because I'm like, I'll never need this again. So I have to go back through the exams, back through the whole state registration. The state of Florida takes their sweet ass time once you send your application in. They've had it since March and haven't done nothing with it. So
Really?
yeah, nothing. So they show it, oh, we got it. Yeah, we got it. But kind of like trying to get your taxes,
You didn't pay the right people.
Well, I'm friends with the mayor of my town, and I really thought about calling him and say, look, bro, we're on the same desk. Give him a call for him. Do something. Let's get this done. But I'm trying to learn some patience in the old days. It probably won't happen, but whatever. That.
What? I see you're in the B flight with seniors now.
Yeah, and I put myself there. So you look at my index, it does not reflect the senior B flight index, but I forced myself to stay there. This week we're playing out a course that I love, and I shot 79 on last year, so I'm going to go out there and see if I can get after it.
Okay.
I overswing. That's my biggest fault. Like I try to, especially if I play with the champ guys or the 8 fighters, or they're banging it out there, and I try to bang it with them. I'm 65 years old. I'm not going to hit the ball 280 yards. Simple as that.
No.
Some of those guys are too, and they can, but I just don't have that swing.
Right.
So I get a little carried away, but y'all follow me this Sunday and see. Champion State Country Club, beautiful course over in right near Disney's back to work. So it'll be a really nice place, actually. Ledbetter has a school there. It's really nice.
Awesome. How about the golf week side?
Golf week, we're headed down to Sandwich this weekend, which is it's a muni, which it could be private. It's so nice, and they put so many rounds through there. The guy Bella Nagy, who is the GM and the director of golf there, he and I became friends over 5 years that we've been down there, and you wouldn't believe how many rounds they put through there, and the place is just the guys love going down there. We have a good time with this. The demographics are messed up a little bit with South Florida right now, just because we're called South Florida. I live in Central Florida. Right. We play a lot in Central Florida on the coast.
Right.
Orlando theoretically is Central Florida as well. So we just gotta, we attract a couple of guys. I've got players coming out of Key West. Well, that's 5-hour drive where we fight.
Wow.
So that's not South Florida where we are, but they're in South Florida. But
yeah,
the Miami guys will come up. Like where we're going this week, we're on the southern tip of where we like to play, and the northern tip for these guys. So we're getting there. It's a conversation that Dennis and I have been having. So we'll have it some more, I'm sure. I live on the Space Coast. I want to add Space Coast to my tour because you guys don't live on the Space Coast, but you know where Space Coast is.
Right.
So, we'll get there. I've always about the same amount of members every year for Golfweek since it started. And the other guys, a lot of them are dropping out just because it's idle. So, I attract the young guys. The young guys, the really good ones that I get, they're trying to become a professional. So they're off doing their internships and they're moving all around the country, working at clubs and things like that. So
yeah,
I get them and they go again. So we're there. We're right there. we're having a good time. We're spending money like we do. Spending money. So, now I better watch it. I'm a fixed income. Not good. We have a lot of fun, man. Y'all know that. Man.
Yeah, you have to be having fun. I mean, that's the key. So
we regional coming up here for the Golf Week. So into May, the Memorial Day at Treasure Coast Regional. That's the best golf course on the east coast of Florida. I don't care what anybody says. It's a PGA golf course. Fazio, what is it? The Die, the Wanamaker, and the Ryder.
Yeah.
3 cups. We're playing 3 days. We're playing a warm-up Saturday, regional on Sunday and Monday. So, the 3-day tournament, really. So it'll be fun. We're playing a warm-up and whatever. All 3 courses we're going to use for the region, plus the one.
Yeah, so that's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is Memorial Day, and then I wish I had some military ties because I'm trying to get somebody to fly over. It's kind of it means a lot to me. I'm not a veteran, but I have so much respect for our veterans and just for our military in general. But
yeah,
I'm a patriot, I still get a lump in my throat at the national anthem when I'm dorks. So.
Well, next the whole month of May is Military Appreciation Month, and Chris and I, all we have on is veterans, over the course of the month. So if you have some veterans on your tour, please send us their names and contact information, because we've got tons of veterans all over the country, and we want to make sure that we hit as many as we can.
I interviewed one of my members last year with Robbie.
Yeah,
he's a member.
Yep.
I've got a guy who spent 30 years underwater on a submarine on my tour. One of my best. Wow, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it was really cool. And he's one of those guys I could tell you, but I'd have to feel you, guy. So he was.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, he was the chief of the boat, so he has a lot of information about submarines. It's really cool to talk to him. I've got all of them. I've got I think I probably have every branch of the service represented. And I got Coast Guard, we got Air Force, Army for sure. Charlie James is Army even.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie was Air Force. Billy is Navy. I got a couple jarheads. I got all of them, but I'm all out there.
They're awesome.
You can tell. The gentlemen. They're always gentlemen.
Yeah, they are.
But let me be president for 1 year. Every graduate hospital will come work for me. Every single one of them. You're going to be 1 or 2 years of your life will be working for Uncle Sam.
There you go.
Then you can go back and go to college and
or learn a trade, or open your business, or
just be an adult at that point, right?
Well, Terry, you're starting a completely different conversation about being an adult.
Hey, we're going to teach you, we're going to teach you how to make your bed and how to freaking march and take orders. And then after that, you've got a good shot at becoming a really good citizen of our country. So that's just well,
That's it. Well, Terry, give us one course, one tournament you don't want anybody to miss.
Me personally, I don't want to miss that regional, because I'm going to look on my 1 second. I'm going to look on my schedule on the Golf Week side. Now we're doing a combo with Arma at Eagle Creek. That's another big place. Lydia Coe shows up there all the time, right? It's just the other public course, super nice, super fun. The die, the warm up at the die, the one, and then the regional, dude. That's a 5-star resort. You pull in there, you drive down.
Yeah.
The road, it's like Augusta, but it just happens to be palm trees, and probably best practice facility I've ever seen anywhere. And I've played what the hell? What's Arnie's place called over there? I played that place. Bay Hill, played that. I played all the TPCs. You know, this PGA Village down at Port St. Lucie, 5-star forever. And then, of course, we'll drag the senior guys down there also later in the summer. On the senior side, reunion, right in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
We're playing Ice Major 2-day over there in June. Great deal, $325. We're playing another 5-star resort 2 days. Chris, how old are you? Oh, are you going to grow up and get old?
Around the 40 age, so.
You got a long way to go. I'll be dead before time you get to senior, so it'll be a good time for you to move to Orlando.
Don't say that out loud, because my wife will do it in a heartbeat.
I know you told me she's a Disney freak, so that's cool. That's cool. I'd love to see you guys come down if y'all are out and roaming around this year. Sure love to see you. So I'm sure you got some of them on your schedule.
I'm looking at the regional, because the following week I'm gone.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs, so you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
But I'm looking at that regional, even if I come down on the Sunday or Monday.
Tell you what, that place is freaking amazing. It's the best practice facility I've ever been on. And I mean, it's gigantic. It's probably 50 acres of just practice facility. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
Trying to look at the one that Dennis scheduled in Florida. What the hell's that called? Is that soon?
Oh.
The Southern Regional in August. That's a great course, too.
There's a lot of them.
That Hammock Beach Resort, Conservatory right there, another 5-star. Ocean course, typical ocean course, Florida ocean course. Conservatory, 5-star track all day. So I love playing regionals. I wish I could play more.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I'm going to do my best to go over and play in the Sunshine State Regional with Brandon. And Shane and Marie actually have a major this weekend at Innisbrook on Copperhead. So another great deal.
Yeah.
It's not a regional, but it's a major over there. So I would go to that one, but my wife is still recovering, so I don't want to leave her for 2 days or try to get her to jump in the truck and go to Tampa for 2 days. She would.
You got to take care of her.
She ain't ready for that, you know what I mean?
Nope.
So
no, she's not.
But then she's a tough old cob, so she can. I told her this grass ain't gonna mow itself. We need to get better. Then my duck, boy, I took that right hook, freaking right going for my head.
Grass isn't gonna mow itself. Woo. Brave.
Oh yeah. That's why we cause a ruckus sometimes when we go places because we pick on each other and people think we're fighting and then we start laughing.
It's on laughing.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
That's what you do.
It's up to you, fellas. I'll let you run.
All right, Terry. It's really good seeing you again. Give my best.
I'll come see us. Love to see you. Come on, see us. And
all right, buddy.
Stay out of trouble. Will you stay in touch with me?
All right. Let's take a break from the show to hear about Strixon's ZX Mark II irons.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's got to be fast and got to be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Strixon.
Because I love having Terry Lawson on. He's always fun, always has good stuff for us, and he dropped that he retired. I didn't know that was going to happen. But
right
for him.
I mean, yeah, it's good. He can just relax, enjoy Florida the way it's meant to be. I mean, he keeps talking real loud. Good thing we have headphones on for this, because he keeps talking real loud about moving over to Disney and playing golf and all that. And Everybody in my household hears that. We're moving in a week or two, so I'm glad we have headphones on.
Now, come on. Now, you know you'd want to move closer to me.
I mean, yeah, it would be nice.
It has its
but
perks.
Also,
it has its perks.
It has its perks. But I'd be leaving my tour here. I can't do that. I'd have to rent a tour somewhere.
Boy.
And it's jam-packed on the East Coast.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But it is. But here's, you guys, how many tournaments? You've had 4 tournaments already, right?
6.
You've had 6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you're. Just like Florida guys, you're already rolling.
Oh, we've been. It's been great. Whether it's raining or windy or hot, we're going.
Or cold? What's cold?
No, we haven't had any cold yet. Like on wood.
Cold, like say 85? It's cold?
Cold here is like 60.
Oh, gosh, we can't get down to 60.
Catch me inside with a blanket.
How you doing with the allergies? Because right now it's bad. It's bad here.
Still dying.
As I sniff.
Well, when I was in Florida, I was fine, but I got back here and the dust kicks up and windstorms every day. It's nonstop. But trying different allergy pills every day or every week. It's been crazy, but we'll get through it.
Well, you could live in Denver.
I could live in Denver. But they also have allergies up there, too. They have a bunch of trees.
And mountains.
I don't mind the mountains.
Snow?
It's just the trees. And the snow, the cold.
Well, let's go ahead and welcome in our next guest, Doug Smith, the tour director from Denver. Doug, welcome to the show, bud.
No, thank you. Glad to have you. Or glad you have me.
Well, I'm glad you're having us on here too. Are you? How's the snow up there?
Well, so it has been unseasonably warm for the last 3 months. We've actually got to play golf. We were supposed to play. A bunch of us were supposed to play tomorrow at a course called Bella Ridge, and we're supposed to get 3 or 4 inches of snow tomorrow, and tonight, when the front moves through, it's going to be 26 degrees. So 65 is like a heat wave. We play in shorts.
Chris would be at 65. Chris would be bundled up with a parka, gloves, a hat.
I'll have the cart heater on. Let's put that tarp on. Let's have a good day.
Yeah. So, that's one of the reasons everybody kind of asks why we can start so late, but we've tried to play in our last mid-major, or last major is 2 weeks before nationals, just because we can't start early here. It's just so hit and miss.
So if it snows tomorrow, how long will the snow be there?
Oh, not very long. It does melt very quickly here. Sometimes more in January and February, you get a foot snow, and it'll last for a little while, so you can't get on the courses. Main thing is the temperatures. They'll back you up, till 9, 10 o'clock times, just because it's too cold.
Yeah. A number of years ago, my youngest daughter was doing a golf camp out at the University of Denver. And so I didn't want her out there by herself, so I went out there with her. And, when she was at camp, I was up in the mountains playing golf, doing this, that, and the other thing. But on the day she was done camp, it was raining. And I said, let's go. I wanted to take her up to Pikes Peak. And the director of the camp said, you don't want to go to Pikes Peak now if it's raining, because it was in June, and it was raining. It was probably about 60 degrees. She said, if it's raining here at Pikes Peak, it'll probably be snowing, and all we had was shorts. So, for me, I said, honey, you're on your own. if you come back out Denver again by yourself, you can go to Pikes Peak. I'm not going up there in the snow and shorts. So,
well, we made the mistake of having a tournament, a couple years ago up at Keystone up in the mountains, and it was mid-May, end of May, and teed off. I think probably about 9th hole, 10th hole. The temperature dropped from like 65 or 70 down to 32, snowed for 30 minutes straight, 45, 50 mile an hour wind, and then it was over with. But so we did get to go back out afterwards, but everybody was in their hoodies, rain gears, everything they could put on to play because it was still cold, but that's just how the mountains are. So,
yeah.
But there's some beautiful courses up there, though.
In our,
where we've got probably our one of my favorite tournaments we have is Keystone. It's our mid-major that I've actually moved it to June this year, so hopefully we have no weather issues. But it's a 2-day tournament, and it's a Pete Dye course. It's probably one of the best, prettiest courses you'll ever play. If you ever get a chance to come out here, let me know. We can go play it.
All right.
It makes you a hero too. I mean, if you drive the ball 280 here, you're going to drive it 340 up in the mountains. So hitting pitching wedge.
Go up into the mountains every once in a while because my 250-yard drive makes you feel like a big man hitting it 280, 290. So I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah. So I hit a 8-iron going into a par 5 last year, 214 yards. I did have a little wind behind me, but went over the green. So, and I'm an old guy, so some of these younger players they can bomb it. So, but it's a lot of fun.
I mean, you mentioned Keystone. Besides that one, what other one would you highlight for people thinking about going and playing in Denver?
So we have our final major at a course called Rain Dance, and it is supposedly the longest course in the country, roughly almost 7,900 yards off the tips, and it's a scary course because if you get off the fairways, you may be going down a 200-foot ravine, so you're not finding your ball. So it's a tough course. It's a fun course, a beautiful course. Our first tournament at Plum Creek, I'm sure you've seen like last year, the international tournament with Scotty Scheffler and all them played last year. It's not really their sister course, but it's real similar to what the international course looks like. And so I'm excited about our first tournament. It's been probably, I don't know, I've been on this tour in Denver since 2014. So we played it once about maybe 10 years ago. So I got it back on the schedule this year. So I got a lot of people excited about that tournament. So, and that course. So.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at Rain Dance National. You're not joking. Like, there's some of these holes where if you're not paying attention on the cart path, you're liable for some car damage.
I love the course. I actually came down to the 18th hole last year for me to win, and the guy that was in front of me had a 2-stroke lead. I actually parred 18, and he double bogeyed. So we ended up going to playoffs. So I won the tournament on the last hole. But it's just a challenging, fun course. It's you really got to know where to hit the ball on it. So it's a course you need to play, once or twice. If you go up there cold, you're gonna be sad.
How far north of Denver is that?
It's probably about an hour drive.
Okay, not terrible.
So not too far. It's not too bad. Well, a lot of us will go up and rent hotel rooms and get up there Friday night and stay, Friday, Saturday night. It is a little tricks. It's not that bad, but it is a little ways. And you don't want to drive back south on 25 in the afternoon because it's 50 miles from Denver, it's still a traffic jam. So,
I'm telling you, Tim, we need to rent an RV 1 year and just play golf at all these cool courses, because that course looks fun.
Well, Chris, if we were going to I'm happy to do that. But if we're going out there and playing this course, right, we're playing it from the tips. And according to this card, it's 84-63 at a par 72. Highest score wins.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love, with no artificial sweeteners and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
I think
that'd be great. What do they call it? Social media videos?
Yeah.
We'll start a YouTube channel.
So
what? Triple bogey? Just triple 72.
No. We're playing it out. If you're right in the 12, you're right in the 12.
We just got to bring a case of golf balls with us.
That's fine. I'll write a 12 in there.
Yeah, wait till you play it. We got champ flighters because they want to play from the blues. They don't want to play from the blacks.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. So it's a fun course, and this will be our 3rd year for our final major. So, and we usually get a pretty full crowd wanting to play, even being the last tournament of the year. So.
Tim, one other par 3s is 270 yards from the tips.
Yeah, that's a solid par 5 for me right there.
Yeah, it plays like 190.
Okay.
All right. But the tour sloping rating is 80.5, 155.
I'll be down. Let's do it.
Well, y'all come down. Or actually, y'all come up.
Right.
Up and over. Oh, my goodness. Up and over. So you said you've been playing since 2014?
So I went back. I think I actually started in 2012. I played a couple tournaments at the North Mississippi tour. And then I moved to Denver in 2014 and started playing. And been playing every year. I think I've missed maybe 3-4 tournaments out of that 12 years. So I'm a big fan of the Golfweek Amateur Tour. Just, love the guys that we play with. There's a lot of guys on our tour that's been there. There's several guys been there longer than I have. And but I think most of us long-term guys are getting older and moving. I keep moving to different flights every other year. So I'm in C flight. Next year I might be in D flight. So.
Well, Terry Lawson kind of said the same thing. And, that's something that, golf, I actually had this conversation today with somebody else. We're talking about a completely different topic, but if we don't start, as golf as an industry, don't start to attract younger golfers, we're in trouble. That's one of the keys to having a product that lasts over and over again. And if you look at sports like baseball, that's part of baseball's problem. The sport like boxing, that's their problem as well. And if we don't start attracting people at the younger ages and get them hooked on it, then golf as a whole is in trouble.
So I don't know about y'all's part of the country. Part of our issue here is with the younger players. It's fairly pricey to play in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I know it's going up everywhere, but we're on steroids up here. So I've gotten 2 new young golfers this year that I've kind of recruited, and one of them loves golf, so it doesn't matter if he has to borrow his money from his mom. He's playing, So,
Right.
But our first tournament's a little bit more than some of the other tournaments, so this other younger golfer, he's, "Hey, I'm going to play this one," and he doesn't say anything, but why he's playing one turn, not the other one, because one of them is $50 less than the other one. So,
right.
So that's a deal, that we kind of struggle with, and I've been kind of struggling with that, and I've really tried to go after sponsors this year, and I've got 4 so far, and I'm hoping to get maybe 10 sponsors. If I can get one sponsor to sponsor each tournament, then I'm not charging as much as other tours to play, but I'm trying to keep the prize pool up enough to keep people interested. And so with the sponsors, I think it's working. I think I'm going to be able to kind of get keep my prize pool up. If we're as much as some of these guys that have 70 players in a tournament, where I'm running 40, but I can almost pay out as much as the 70, the guys are 70. So, and so instead of putting the recommended, amount on top of tournaments, I've cut it down to maybe $45, $50, and then trying to supplement so I can keep the cost down and generate new members. So I think it's going to work. Like I said, our season starts so late, so a lot of y'all have, the opportunity to get people fired up a month and a half ago, where I'm just now getting people fired up, so I'm expecting to get probably another 20, 25 members in the next 2 weeks. So which will be a good start for us for the year. And but yeah, it's I think it's young people is what we need to be going after, and but sometimes it's tough to get them to be able to pay that stuff. So
yeah, and it's Doug, it's all over the country, with the prices and that sort of thing. We live, Jen and I live here in Hilton Head, and obviously, this is, people here are older, and the prices are higher, primarily because of tourists. But if you go over to, we just had Terry Lawson on, and some of the courses in Florida are cheaper, but they're still more expensive now than they have been ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think Lyle in Tidewater is probably the guy that has, well, he has been around longer than anybody, and he's done a really good job with those courses, and even his prices are going up, are starting to creep up, which is unusual for that area. And I've run tours in Atlanta and DC and Chicago and some of the major cities, and it's hard. I mean, it's hard finding good quality courses at prices that people can afford to put together a good schedule. So God bless those tour directors that are doing it. Cephas in DC, the Webbs in Atlanta, and Bill up in Chicago, and all these others that are in the big cities that are dealing with these high price courses. They're doing the best that they can and putting together good schedules. But
yeah,
it's all over.
But yeah, it's tough. I think most of our average courses up here, even some of the municipality courses now, are $130 around 100.
Yeah.
So it's on some weekends it's 145. So it's tough to schedule good courses. But we've kind of I did something this year that I kind of took some of the older members and I kind of made a board. So we have a board. So I have.
You need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
5 members besides myself, and we kind of get on a Teams call once a month, and we kind of discuss, the difference between maybe doing 4 really cool courses at a higher price and then trying to supplement the others and just have good fun rounds, at some of the
right.
And so I hope that works out for us this year. We're gonna I'm sure try it. And but yeah, we've discussed that in length, over the last three or 4 meetings that we've had. And but even some of the older members now, they it's hard for them too, because they're on fixed incomes and things like that. Yeah. So
yeah, and that's why, with Golf Week and the Senior Tour, I mean, that's why we have, a lot of those value added things that we do to entice the members, our members, to come out and play. That's one of the things that we do to separate ourselves from, the golf industry in general. Whether it's, the competition, the camaraderie, playing all the different courses, national championship, all those other things, the value add of actually being a member of the tour, which our tour directors are doing such a good job of actually doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging to, you want that same feel as if you're in a men's league, but you also want that structure to make it seem like it's an actual tournament. And,
right.
So it's a fine line. Of course, we don't have a senior tour in Denver. I'll keep, if I nip at Dennis's heels enough, maybe I will. Next year or so, maybe he'll relent. So, but yeah, we, I don't know, but like I said, I've been on this tour for a long time. I love it. It's really cool to see some of the same guys play competitive against them, and then after it's done, have a beer and brag about who did what, and try to remind them they owe you $5. So
that's the key. You always got to remind them that they owe you money. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, Doug, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Good luck this season, and hopefully we'll get you on before the end of the year, and we'll definitely see you out here in Hilton Head in October.
Absolutely. Y'all come up and play some real courses.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Let's take a break from the show to hear about Srixon's ZX Mark II drivers.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
Tim, I was going to tell Doug, and I forgot to mention it, but I was doing the math on his membership. 40% of his members are new members. So he's doing something up there that's bringing the attraction.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see that often. I've seen it this year, and I think Arizona's seen it pretty much. So something is in the water or in the air at the golf courses where they're noticing, like you said, noticing a different avenue to play competitive golf.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously the website doesn't show ages, but I know in my tour itself, we're getting a bunch of younger guys and high schooler guys that are coming in and playing tournaments and winning, which is nice. And hopefully, their friends see it and want to come, and these college kids, once their season's done, it's just something to keep that competitiveness going,
right?
When they're not playing in season.
Yeah, and it's so important, So like you've got that father and son combo, right? The high school kid, and I'm sure he's bringing his friends out, right? And you get them hooked, and if his friends come out, maybe he'll bring his dad and his mom. So that's like almost a twofer. But it's also something that you can, and other tour directors should probably look at in terms of growing the tour from the standpoint of you know, so at least here on the East Coast, high school golf is played in the fall. They don't play in the spring. So, you know, if you get them playing in the spring and summer, they could play their high school schedule in the fall and then still come to Hilton Head in October.
Right. I mean, everywhere is different. I think here in El Paso, at least, they're fall season and spring season.
Okay.
But it's just because we can play year round.
Right.
Like, there's no limitations. Denver, you know, we talked to Matt last week, and he has a limited schedule. Everybody up north basically needs to squeeze in as many tournaments as they can, but still keep that quality that we as Golf Week bring to every event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but to have that many new members is pretty cool.
That is good. It's really good. And I'm just looking at your membership list. I mean, heck, it's still April, and you're at 141. I mean,
right.
no reason why you can't get to 250.
That's a goal right there.
That's my challenge for you. I'm not worried about your swing. I'm worried about you getting to 250.
I want to worry about my swing because I want to compete this year. I didn't get to compete last year at Nationals. I want to go out there and you know, rub some dirt on it and let's have a good time. I want to be able to play.
Well, it's April. It's April. It's not like it's September and we're having this conversation.
You probably still give me the same goal if it was September.
For 250? Yeah. But seriously, with your swing, I mean, it's you know the deal. Now it's not the time to start. Now's the time to put pressure on you. Now's the time to just do the things that you need to do. Get your practicing in.
Sure.
You know, it's you don't want to peak in April.
Right. I haven't been practicing.
Well, okay, so you already know the problem.
Right.
It's also about expectations. Right?
Oh, I expect to shoot 70s every time.
Well, then you better get your out there and start hitting some balls.
Something like that.
On the putting green.
Yeah, that's where I need to start.
Exactly. Yes, we're starting to get you there. Starting to get you there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but you'll get there. I'm not that concerned with it.
I'm a little concerned, but I think with everything that went on last year, I just thought I'd come out guns a-blazing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm shooting duds out here, it's concerning, but like you said, it's April, and just got to get my priorities straightened out
a
little bit. We'll be all right.
You're going to be just fine.
Just don't look at my scores for the next month.
Well, let's see here. Well, you've only got one tournament. You're playing this coming week.
Yeah.
And then you're off for a month.
Yeah. Till our next major. I mean, but that's when, Mother's Day that we're not going to forget.
We're not going to forget that.
There. I don't like to do back-to-backs.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I don't like doing back-to-backs because it's just it takes a lot from your players.
It does.
Especially
with
from like
the financial point we've talked about.
We're just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks is a good amount. But like you said, like we have to juggle around these big holidays that you don't want to look over.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to have events on them either because one, you're showing as a tour that you don't care about the mothers if you're going to have a Mother's Day event. And your show is not, I mean, your participation is not going to be high.
Right.
In my opinion, I don't think.
No, it just don't do it.
Right. Just say no. Masters weekend, you're trying to have an event, but I had to have an event on Sundays of Masters, and still got 54 players, which was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. But we got to go in the clubhouse and watch the last 6 holes. 30 of us and just cheering on and having a good time, having some drinks, food. So that's the cool part of what we, because we're able to hang out, have one common, what's the word? One common hobby or thing that we all like. And we're talking about the round we just had. So it's a fun time. I usually try to avoid the Masters, but I might keep it moving forward because it was fun. And we all dressed in green too, which is cool.
I need a picture of you in green.
Okay. I have a Masters green shirt.
No, I need full leprechaun uniform.
Nope.
You don't wash your jersey during a win streak. You don't switch seats when your team's up big. And you definitely don't shave during the playoffs. When things are working, you don't change them. That's why when you drink Jägermeister, you drink it ice cold. Anything else? Well, that'd just be bad luck. Drink it cold or don't drink it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume. Imported by Mast Jägermeister, U.S. White Plains, New York.
We're not doing that?
Not the leprechaun, nope.
I've got AI. I can do it myself. So
I'm pretty sure you can. I've seen what you can do. You give me a 6-pack. I don't think I've even seen a 6-pack in my whole life.
Oh, I don't have time this weekend to mess with it, but I just may have to. We'll see. We'll see how much time I have. Oh my goodness gracious! How funny would that be? That's awesome.
Not very funny. No.
It would be. So that means yes, it'd be very funny. Something just hit me as we're talking about this. What if we did, the pools for the other 3 majors, right? And we made the prize fund entry to national championship.
That'd be an option.
That may be a way we could. Let me see what I can do.
Are you going with them to the Heritage or just you and Jen?
Oh, it's just me and Jen. Somebody's got to.
Whiskeys.
Somebody's got to, man the. They Dennis and Jennifer generally go on Saturday. We generally go on Sunday, but again, we got other stuff, so we're not doing that. And I think they're going Saturday. So
I'll tell you this: when I went to the Texas Open, great time. Billy was a great host. Because he's a member at TPC San Antonio, he gets the membership VIP with him and his guests. So we got to go into the stands on the holes and get drinks and food and all that. And if I don't get that at every tournament I go to now for the PGA, I may not be able to go.
Yeah, see, that stuff isn't normal. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not.
Right. I think Texas Open might be the only one I get to go to. Maybe Waste Management, because I'm pretty sure I know somebody in Arizona that has a suite that will graciously have my presence. But it's just nice to sit there, man.
It is.
Just enjoy the golf and, so-and-so's coming up. Okay, let's watch him. The only problem I have is I can't see the ball when they hit it off the tee or on a shot. Just can't. Just like when I regularly play, I can't see it. I know where direction it started and hope it stayed on that line, but I can't see him land.
Yeah, see, that's
same thing.
So when we're generally on the 18th green. This year we're going to be on the 17th green. The 18th green, that's what we just go straight there. We don't even walk the course because we know we get there, we're going to see every golfer come through, right? And at the green, you can see them swing. I can't see the ball, but all you got to do is watch your green, and you see it hit, and you see it roll, and that's the fun part. and seeing them walk up 18 with the crowd cheering. See, here's the thing, man. Even some of the years we've been, there's an odd number of players, right? And so it'll be the first guy through is playing as a single with a marker, right? But gets a standing ovation coming through.
Right.
So everybody that's coming through, doesn't matter where they are on the leaderboard, they're getting cheers, which is phenomenal to see because, I think they tee off at like 7:30, and if you're a single running through, you're by 11, you're done, and the place is packed, right? And then you got to wait another 20, 30 minutes for the first twosome to come through after that. And sometimes they're playing quick, and you don't start getting them at regular intervals until probably 1:30. But it's so much fun to just be able to sit there and watch every golfer come through. Now tomorrow we'll probably do the same thing. I'm thinking maybe we'll walk around. No, we probably won't. We'll probably just stay in the.
It was cool because like you see the crowds on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus a major, because a major is just
it's different, right?
You see the crowds on these normal events, but to see him in person and just this wave of people. Just everyone was following Justin Thomas. I don't know why they were following Justin Thomas, but they were following him. And I tell Billy, you see this for him. Imagine when Tiger was playing in his prime.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Those crowds must have been massive.
Mm-hmm. They were.
It's just it's mind-boggling to see it in person. And that was my first PGA event, and I told my wife I'd love to go again. May have to plan it every year now. I don't know, but. It was just so cool.
Well, really, and so, dude, I've been blessed my entire life in doing what I did before this, and having, students and interns working all over the country, and I've been to every major sporting event except for Olympics, but I have no desire to go to the Olympics.
Why not?
I don't like the people anymore. The crowds. Because that's overload, right? For me.
Right. Right.
I didn't get a Final Four because of COVID. I would have done Final Four, but that was COVID.
Dang.
And I haven't done a Stanley Cup. The only two things I haven't done that I would still love to do.
You did Super Bowl?
Did Super Bowl. You got to go to a Ryder Cup because
that's on the bucket list.
And I've made it clear that I think that U.S. Open is the best tournament, but you have to go to a Ryder Cup because every event is different. It really is different, but the Ryder Cup is truly different. It's because we talked about this with Matt a couple weeks ago up at Hazeltine. Now, Hazeltine property is massive. I'm telling you, it's massive. And, you could be on one piece of the property and something could happen on the other side of the property and you could feel the cheers. You could feel that's what it's like. It's the same thing at Augusta, but Augusta's property isn't nearly as big. But you can, the roars you can hear and you can feel. But when I say,
get to Augusta.
It's when you can hear and feel it on a huge scale like that, it was incredible. And I tell people that those were the longest lines to get to on the buses I've ever seen, ever. But you never stopped walking, so you got in line. But they had so many buses, and the lines were so long that you never truly stopped. Yeah. So it may have taken you forever, but you didn't feel like it took you forever because, you go to Disney World and you may be standing in the same spot for 15 minutes.
Right.
But it's not, that's how it was.
I
No, we don't see that. I get it.
I got a travel agent for a wife. We don't have to do all that.
But you know what I'm saying. You got to go to Ryder Cup. You got to go to Ryder Cup. You have to go to a NASCAR race if you haven't been. I know this is a golf podcast, but you got to go to some of these other events, even if you're not a fan of those events, but just to experience it. Like,
right,
dude, I've been on pit row with a hot pass at Daytona. And you talk about something that it's amazing. It's amazing.
You feel everybody go by.
It's crazy. And so again, I've been blessed to do some of those things in my life. Going to a golf event and just sitting there and watching the golfers come through. It's just because yes, they're talented athletes, but a lot of them they look like us. I mean, they don't look like me, right? You understand what I'm saying?
I caught myself chanting one of us about 4 or 5 times. He blows a putt right by and one of us, one.
So, but yeah, it's fun and very different. And if we need to get younger all the way around too. And part of that is making these events accessible. And I think the PGA Tour does a really good job of that, making them accessible to the younger kids. Like one of the policies, and I'm sure this is a policy at all the tournaments. They only give autographs to kids.
Yeah.
At certain places, at certain times, right? So,
right.
I mean, I'm not an autograph junkie. I would, number one, that's not who I am. Number two, I can't. I'm not doing that, right? Because I mean, I've been in the space. I mean, it's your job, right? You don't, you're there working, even though I'm not working tomorrow or when I go, but that's the mentality that you have to take. And that's one of the things that we would teach our students about. You're not a fanboy. You're there to do a job. You're not there to collect autographs, and you're there to serve whatever purpose it is that you're there, whether it's fans, whatever, do whatever your job. So don't be running around taking selfies with them. Don't be running around trying to ask for autographs. That's for what the fans do. But I think the PGA does a really good job of that and making it accessible to the younger kids.
Yeah, I noticed that they go in and give fist bumps to the kids, mm-hmm. and kind of ignore the adults. But I mean, sometimes the adults want autographs for monetary gain,
mm-hmm.
And it kind of gives that experience of something special when you get an autograph from an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So, understand.
But let's just say
when you're walking between hole 8 and 9, you're thinking about what's going to happen on hole 9, not who I'm going to dap up on my way up to the tee.
Right. But if you're in the gallery, and I mean, just take the Masters for example. That human tunnel that they have. You're walking from 18 into Butler Cabin to sign your card, and they're tossing gloves and balls, and you just happen to catch a ball or a glove. What are you doing with it? Are you keeping it, or are you giving it to the kid next to you? Right. I know what I'm doing. I'm giving it to the kid next to me. When I was a walking scorer. It used to be a senior tour event that came into Baltimore every year, and I was a walking scorer, and every player at the end of the round gave you a signed ball and a signed glove. And I'd walk out, and there'd be kids waiting, and I would just say, hey, this is from so and so, this is from so and so, and I'd just give it away, even though I wasn't that person. But they ended up with something from that golfer, because
right.
where we were, once the golfer went in, Okay. The caddy, if the caddy was in there, sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't. They went out the way that they came in, but the golfer went a different direction.
Different way. Yeah.
You know,
To the locker room or whatever.
Yeah. So once they're in, and they don't go back out. So but that was a lot of fun doing those types of things.
It seemed like they were having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe once my kids are out of the house, I'll consider something like that.
Take them with you. Sign them up for that stuff. Sign them up to be the standard bearer.
You haven't met my kids.
You haven't met my kids. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Of the two, which one would do the better job?
That's a tough question. Who would do the better job?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the younger one.
Why?
Because the older one doesn't want to do anything but sleep and eat.
He's at that age. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
See,
it's like let's go do this, let's go do that. What's next? What's next?
So tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. I have never met them, which I'm pissed at you about. But the older one seems like he's the more serious one. Yeah. And the younger one seems like he's the class clown.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say class, maybe family clown, but not the class clown.
Okay. All right.
He's very respectful.
Oh, well, you can be the class clown and still be respectful.
I don't know what class clowns you've met.
Hey, me. And maybe we'll end it on that one.
Jesus. All right, if you're gonna make a picture of me as a Martian or as a leprechaun, you gotta make yourself as a clown.
Well, dude, it's pretty much my face. I mean, it's. I'll tell you. One day, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story about when we went on. You probably don't remember this Bozo the Clown show. When I was a kid.
Clown?
Yeah, we went on Bozo the Clown show. Yeah, me and my brothers.
Jeez. All right.
All right. So anyway,
pictures or it's not true?
Oh, there are pictures of it.
I'm pretty sure. I want to see them.
I'll see. I know my older brother's got them. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail. We'll see.
Oh, so many options.
Oh gosh, I don't have time for this weekend. Oh my goodness. All right, my friend.
Friday. You have Saturday off.
No, I got to
work.
No, I told you had other stuff to do anyway.
You're right.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, I mentioned it with Terry Lawson. May is Military Appreciation Month, and so
yes, one of the best 2 episodes we have because they may go a little bit long, but the stories that we hear every year
they're so good. Cool. They're so good. All right, my friend, you take care of yourself. Best of family.
Likewise. Tell Johnny say hi.
Will do.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Tecovas is the go-to for premium, handcrafted Western boots. Stop by any store location for a warm welcome, a cold drink in hand, in a truly one-of-a-kind shopping experience. Let our friendly staff help you find your new go-to boots, whether your first pair or your 50th. Finish things off with a complimentary boot brand to make them extra special. Come for the boots, stay for the good times. Tecovas, Forever West.